Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health. Drink a glass of water, preferably coconut water, which you can see we surrounded by coconut trees, or we do have some coconut trees around here. We have, as you can see, we got two coconut trees right there. Actually, it's more than two, but you can see two. That one there, and then you have 3 to 4 more right here, right? You have your ricotta or ricotta tree right here. This is a ricotta or ricotta. Can't remember the name, but they use this to make dyes, red dye and things to put in food. The natural way, not the artificial way. Right here you have the sincoya, which is another fruit. Sincoya, Sincuya. Sincoya, tropical fruit. We have that here, right here on the land. Just kind of cleared around it a few days ago. Excuse the noise. Being in the front of the property. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. You have cashew tree, which is right behind that. Listen, I'm only coming on here talking about this because, not only, but we're talking about being able to produce our own food and showing up for self and being sustainable, so we don't have to rely on the government and complain to anybody else on for our well-being and our food. We know that what they're doing to the food is really not good to our health. A lot of us don't really care for our health, but then you have a good chunk of us that do care for our health. We have the Malay apple, however you want to pronounce it. This is the Malay apple tree right here. Man, so much abundance. I'm so thankful. And I watch people talk about everything that's going on around them. You know, how, you got the tsunami alert over here. You have this over here in Gaza. You have ICE. You have Donald Trump. You have Russia. You have whatever you got, whatever you want to. It's just so much. But what remained constant is every day we need to eat, we need clean water to drink, and we need fresh air to breathe. Preferably to have some connection around you with other people. As we can look at that big, beautiful mango tree behind us. It's a big, beautiful mango tree. Because we want to feed ourselves. We want to know exactly what's going in our food. We don't want to keep complaining about what someone is and isn't doing for us. We want to be the ones that are the initiators, that are the trendsetters, right? Because ain't none of this shit new under the sun. Living off grid, that's not new under the sun. Growing your own food, it's not new under the sun. It's just about how the message is being dispensed. It's about how the message is being dispensed. Listening to, I think, 19 Keys last night, and he was talking about just what the next play was. Man, a lot of these guys, man, I'm telling you, man, I like what a lot of them stand for in regards to like trying to make money and economic empowerment and all this other stuff. But when it comes to the real get down of the get down, and you talking about you're looking for freedom, 19 Keys, you cannot find freedom outside of you. That's number one. That starts on the internal. If you're looking externally, this is the best way to find the freedom, to come to freedom, because you're off the grid. You're out of the matrix. You don't have a water bill. You don't have a light bill. You don't have a mortgage bill. You don't have none of the food bill because you're producing everything that you consume, right? So listening to that guy's video, some people say it was a crash out video. I mean, I don't know what it was, to be honest with you. I don't watch him like that. I've heard some of his interviews, but he did mention farming, I think, at the end. But that's where it starts at. I mean, really, to me, it starts with the farming. It starts with production for self. It starts with going to get some land. Whether it's an eighth of an acre, a quarter acre, half acre, an acre. It starts with getting you some land, being able to produce your own food. I didn't produce all this food myself. I purchased this like this, right? But the goal, I didn't even know all this fruit was here when I got here. To be honest with you, I didn't know none of this fruit was here. I think when I first got it, when I first put it under contract, let's put it like this. I didn't know the fruit was like here in abundance until I got here. Before I got here, I think the guy told me it was a few coconut trees. And then the soil test came back. That's when I realized, man, there's more things here than I actually anticipated. But what I'm getting at here is, even if it wasn't like this, I would start from scratch and start all my own fruit trees. Trust and believe that. Because that's what the goal is. The goal is to plant my own fruit tree. Man, it's just so much going on, man. You got all this incredible abundance, man. It's just, you can't go wrong with buying your own land. You cannot, unless it's land, even if it's land that doesn't have fertile soil, that can be changed. Takes time, but it can be changed. I think these guys, man, they should be talking about how to grow food. They don't even have an answer. Hassan Campbell, they don't have an answer. I shouldn't have. Anton Daniels, you know, he does have his bag chaser group where he makes money off of people that, I guess, put into his pot so he could teach them how to make money. I don't know. But if you can't feed your family, it don't even, like, if the money ain't worth shit, what does it matter? If you can't go outside and go to the grocery store to get no food, what does it matter? And I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but I mean, how else can you be free? But to know that no matter what, you can still feed your family. You can still provide them fresh drinking water from the coconut spring. Right? It's about doing for self, people. Doing for self. Everybody's not in a position to do for self with a piece of land. This is why we have to learn how to grow our own food from seed in a cup or a flowering or plant, a pot. We have to. And I tried to do the challenge. I did the challenge of trying to give out $50 so people can buy their own. One person can at least go buy their own seeds and start a garden. You know, like all of these trees produce fruit just about. I don't know what this one is. I think it's another fruit tree. It looks like the same leaves as that. So maybe it's another sequoia. Maybe this is another sequoia. My thing is stopped. But yeah, we loving life, man. We living life. You know what I'm saying? And if we're going to go over here to where my guys are right now, you know, because I'm listening to these guys. A lot of these YouTubers, man, it's usually, and it's a lot of these guys that talk this conscious shit. Conscious. There's nothing wrong with being conscious. But, I mean, how conscious are you if you don't have no land? Brother, sister? Like, if you don't have no land and you're not producing your own food, how conscious are you? There's something out here called preventative maintenance. Preventative maintenance, where we like to take care of whatever we have to take care of before we come into a problem. Right? So we know that eating fresh fruits and vegetables helps our body cleanse and be healthy. So we eat that throughout the year. So whenever our body becomes infiltrated by a sickness or a disease, it doesn't have anywhere to thrive. So it ultimately just, you know, rids itself of the body. The body gets rid of it with no problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we call preventative maintenance, taking care of our body before we have to go to a doctor or you know, any type of facility that's going to assist us into getting some medicine. We get our own medicine from the plants, the trees, the fruits, the veggies.
So that's just, that's just the way it is right now. Preventative maintenance is a real thing. We want to get ahead of the problem before it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? So in order for you to prevent yourself from starving in the future, you have to start sow your seeds today. You know what I'm saying? You have to sow your seeds today, because if you don't, guess what? When things get crazy and go haywire, you're not going to be able to feed yourself. See, a lot of these guys, they run around here talking that talk, whatever, but they don't really have a solution. They don't have one. But at the end of the day, man, I don't fault nobody for not having a solution, because we wasn't taught how to do this. We wasn't taught how to do for self. Like, for instance, yeah, I got the land and everything, but I don't really have a handyman bone in my body. That's not going to stop me from coming to do this. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have the know-how to get it done and everything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't know how to do whatever that we're doing now. Like, we don't know the ins and outs of everything that we're doing right now, but that doesn't stop us from trying to get it done or starting, come on now. Let's just be honest here. Some of us make so many excuses and look for so many outs. It's tiring. It's really tiring in this day and age with all of this technology and all of this information. And here I am in the prime of my life, and I choose to leave everything. Man, listen, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Go get you some land so you can grow your own food and stop listening to these bozos preach to you about how it's the end of the world, the tsunami this, Black Lives Matter that, LGBTQ this, all these distractions, politics this, that. You need to make sure that you're able to take care of yourself, feed your family, and thrive out here with minimal. And that's where I'm at with it, because when you listen to Hassan Campbell and he talking about learn how to fast, learn how to do all this, listen, that's not, you can't, see, guys like that talk that shit. They not actually fasting. How are you? Matter of fact, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is See Thy Wealth, water your health. Drink a glass of water. Peace.